G'day everyone, big game this weekend, big game coming up. West Coast Collingwood, AFL Grand Final, big game, big game. Admittedly, it sounds a little insincere to me, coming out of my mouth, like how I imagine Kevin Rudd felt when he was appropriating Aussie slang. And that's mostly because I've never given a shit about the AFL. I grew up out in the western suburbs of Victoria. Suburbs is stretching it a bit. It was very country. If a king brown snake ever trespassed upon the school grounds, one of the teachers would cut its head off and take all the older students down to the local river and they'd eat barbecued snake for lunch. Not like nowadays with political correctness gone mad, you can't even feed barbecued snake to 5-year-olds. No, mate, that's just changing standards. And in a school like that, you got to play sport, don't you? And a kid like me just enjoyed reading and being a bit of a hermit and a loner. And as I recall, the correct term for that in the good old days of Australia was poofter. That's specifically what I remember one of my mates' fathers calling me once when I said I didn't know how to play or enjoy AFL. So you got a grown Australian man calling a 6 or 7 year old boy a poofter because he won't kick a ball around. Oh, not like these days with political correctness gone mad. You can't even be an adult man and call a little boy a poofter because he won't play a sport game with your son. When you grow up in an environment like that, you learn to resist, I guess, and become a bit of a contrarian. I've realised over the years that the problem is less the sport and the cultural institution of the sport itself, and more that real herd mentality, pack animal kind of Aussie male masculinity. Why are you doing this exact same thing all the rest of us are doing and never standing out in any way, you fucking dog? Collingwood as a team and its fans subject to another kind of cultural elitism and snobbery, which is the good old one dished out from rich people to poor people. Collingwood's north of the Yarra, and anyone who's living north of the Yarra, and that includes the western suburbs where I grew up, was always the target of a snobbery from the rich, leafy southeastern and Bayside suburbs. So Collingwood always cops this thing where its fans are considered to have no teeth and what have you. Now teams like Footscray Bulldogs back then, now Western Bulldogs, Geelong and what have you, the reason they didn't cop it so much was because they were so fucking off the radar. I mean, my granddad, my mother's father, when she was a little girl, she recalls him, should they ever have to have driven over the Westgate Bridge, he would tell her, he'd be like, oh no, we're in no man's land now. So we were completely off their snob radar. But Collingwood, being closer in, was close enough to the Yarra and to anyone in the richer suburbs to at least register on their radar. And so, people say, oh, you're a Collingwood fan, you've got no teeth. Now, I don't expect the ball kickers and their league of many, many fans to really keep up with the cultural zeitgeist. I mean, if AFL were keeping up with the times, you wouldn't say to people, oh, you're a Collingwood fan, I'm surprised you have any teeth. You'd say to them, oh, you're a Collingwood fan, I'm surprised you're not the owner-proprietor of an NWA-themed kebab shop / premium barber establishment, such as the changing demographic of the area and the changing socio-economic nature of Collingwood. But I do recognise that the problem of, rich areas looking down on poor areas is, to me, is somewhat related culturally to that same kind of pack mentality, masculinism that I was talking about before. Why aren't you playing the same game that we're all playing, you fucking maggot? Elitism, pack mentality, isolating, bullying, and so on and so forth. My non-conformity didn't extend to not choosing a team when I was a kid, so I am technically a Collingwood supporter. So, with a bit of reluctance, I will be saying on the weekend, can the fucking pies, admittedly in a slightly Kevin Ruddish manner. But the main reason that I'll be doing that is not because I'm an AFL fan, no, but because I'm a fan of Melbourne history, and I hate snobbery, and I don't like fucking bullying, and I don't like rich cunts. And most importantly, I fucking hate the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne. All of you, yeah, and everyone that lives there. even if I like you. Sorry, mate, with your leafy suburbs and your fucking family restaurants on fucking massive highways serving up enormous bowls of pasta, your fucking weird Christian schools spitting out fucking racist white cunts into fucking leafy cloistered enclaves. Never known anyone who's not white except for one cunt with the surname Azzopardi who went to your high school. Actually, did you know that Neighbours is filmed just around the corner on Pin Oak Crescent? Ah, fuck off, you dogs. Give me no teeth any day than living with you acultural fucking leafy snob cunts. Go Pies!